What's going on, everybody? Jean-Pierre Leborvo here at the Super Affiliate Network. I am the VP of Sales. I am a multiple six-figure earner from humble beginnings, and this is your Stand Cry for Freedom call. So we have 15 to 20 minutes, 25 minutes. We're pretty fluid in that sort of thing, that we're going to give you what you need to equip yourself with the mindset, the vision, the strategies, all the state-of-the-art training that you need to succeed online. Now, while we're here waiting to get started, waiting for people to jump on the Facebook Live, everybody on the live and even in the Zoom chat, go ahead and give me a comment. Let me know what part of the world that you're coming in from. I can see who you are. I just want to see where we're getting engagement from. And we're going to go ahead and get this thing rolling in just a few quick minutes. Now, for everyone that feels like you're stuck, you're struggling online to break through, and you feel like you're putting in way too many hours just sitting there in front of the computer and not really getting that breakthrough that you need, let me go ahead and close out these messages. As soon as I start the live, I start getting notifications from Facebook popping up. So if you feel like you're not making that breakthrough and you're stuck, struggling, spinning your wheels, make sure to head over to theSuperAffiliateNetwork.com/sins and download your free copy of the 7 Deadly Sins of Internet Marketing. Now, contained inside that, you're going to learn these sins that about 98% of all internet marketers are committing. That's keeping them stuck and struggling and overwhelmed, and really just halting their efforts of making any kind of real money online. Now, if you want to learn why you're having a hard time generating traffic, leads, sales, and exactly how to reverse these trends, then you need to create that big breakthrough, and you'll find out how to create that big breakthrough by going to theSuperAffiliateNetwork.com/sins. I don't know if there's too much of a glare on my whiteboard back there, but you guys should be able to see that. I'm going to put a comment inside the Facebook Live in just a second, and I will put that link inside there. When I create the lives from Zoom, it cuts off, so it doesn't allow me to put the link inside there, but I will put that inside there in just a second. So everybody, on Mondays is just me. You know, we don't have any speakers. We don't have Karen or Ace and Rich or Keisha or the lovely Katie Meyer, our cheerleader. It's just me. I have something really important I want to talk to you about, and it's kind of a continuation of what I was talking about last week. And you guys are going to find out about that in just a minute, but it has to do with your negativity. It has to do with my negativity, just negativity in general and what that does for you. So everybody, we are here Monday through Friday, same time every single day of the week, Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. That's -5 GMT. And with that being said, one more thing. I want to send you over here. Let me go ahead and do this really quick. All right, should be sharing my screen right here. Now, everybody, if you want to get the cutting edge daily training, the vision that's going to help you break through and succeed online, what I want you to do is head over to facebook.com/theSuperAffiliateNetwork. That takes you to our fan page. And what you need to do is come down here and make sure you click like. If that already says liked right there, then you're good to go. Go to this drop-down menu right here that says following. And what you want to do is make sure it says see first and turn notifications on for all posts. So you'll get notified for all these Facebook Lives, every post that we put on our page. And that's really going to help you with the vision and the training and the overall mindset that you need to make your breakthrough online. Okay? All right. Now, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and get rolling. I think that we have enough people on here. We got about 10 live viewers right now. We got a ton of people coming in from all over the world, the country. We got Canada. We got Minnesota in here. We got some Washington. Awesome, awesome. We got Wiltshire, UK. Awesome. South of France, Christine Prevost. Awesome, awesome. Thank you guys so much for chiming in. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get this thing rolling right now. Let me stop sharing my screen and jump back over here to the Zoom chat. All right, cool. So, guys, the thing that I want to talk about is, for those of you that were here last week, you know that my friend, if you guys don't know who that is, I am still not going to spill the beans on that. Don't know if he wants to make that public, but my friend that lost this person that was very close to him, it brought up a lot of old feelings for me. That was my godmom passing away in this freak accident halfway through her life. It was just obviously it was very untimely, and it produced a lot of negative emotion, and this is not about that right now, but every time we experience this negative emotion, I find that in life, it's not the positive emotion that drives me. It's the negative things that happen, like it's Katie's husband, not believing in her. It just people, that was one example I just thought of because, I talk to Katie pretty often, and, she has those types of issues at home. I have my own, I had family members and friends and all sorts of people and different things happening in my life that were these negative things that were really propelling me forward. I use that as fuel to the fire. And, I see everyone, I think someone is typing over here. Diane, I'm just going to go ahead and mute that out. And Sharon, we'll go ahead and mute you out. Hey, everybody, how's it going? Happy to have you on here. So, I experience this negative emotion, and that is the only thing in life that's ever driven and propelled me forward. Whether it was, like I broke up with a girlfriend and she told me I was going to be stuck in the same place after, the next decade. And, I had my sister told me to give up and called me a loser. And, this is like the very short version of it, but there's a lot more emphasis behind it. People that were close to me, people that I thought had my back, in some way they did. I used that as a driving force. Katie says if it was not for the shit in her life, then she probably wouldn't be where she is right now. I didn't see the rest of that comment, but yeah, like you guys understand that it's this negativity that propels you forward, like in the wild, animal has to die for another animal to eat, me being the mostly vegetarian that I am, some plants gotta bite the dust so that I can survive. And, all of you, like you gotta kill so that you can eat. I was reading this email this morning and it brought up a really good point that actually solidified this idea of what I wanted to talk about this morning, which is usually how it happens, is something I read Monday morning. It just reinforces the idea of what I wanted to talk about. And it was, like rainbows are really pretty to look at, but some of you may know who this came from. So rainbows are really pretty to look at, but they don't do a damn thing for you. It's the violent thunderstorm that cleans out the air, that cleans out the soil, that fills up lakes, that, saves us from drought so that people aren't dying from thirst. It's these types of things, this negativity that we have to experience in life. And, it's negativity in a certain way. Getting on the Facebook group and bitching about something that is not going your way is not the way to do it. You take that negativity and you use that as fuel to the fire, as a driving force to get done what you want to get done, as a catalyst for change. All revolts, they didn't happen, because people were happy with the way things were. And, this revolution, not this revolution, but a revolution happens because people are not happy with the way things are going. And, it feels like stuff like that is happening in the United States. Stuff like that happens all over the world. And not every time does it get better. Usually things get worse, a lot worse before they get better. But you take me, for instance, a year and a half ago, I'm flat broke. I have no money. I have just a little bit less than what it takes to pay the bills coming in from a previous business. The prior decade to that point, I'd say about a year and a half, 2 years. Just realized I'm wearing my glasses. About a year and a half, 2 years prior to that point, prior to a year and a half ago, I'm really broke. And I have no job. I can't stomach having a job. I feel like I'm dying when I go to check in. And it's all this negativity throughout my entire life, throughout my entire adult life, that's always been this catalyst for change. And, I may be a little stupider. I may be a little slower than most people. And it took me a long time of dealing with the bullshit lifestyle that I didn't want to be living and to create this real catalyst for change, because things have always been really easy for me, even though, I was in that situation. Water. No, it's fine. My girlfriend, Ari Nell, those of you that know, is my right-hand gal sitting next to me. That jar. Yeah, so it's it's a strong enough why. It's enough negativity in your life that drives you forward. And in my entire life, my entire adult life, from 18, 19 years old, of not really making any money, like maybe 5 to 10 grand a year, and then being supported by like my girlfriend at the time, way back in the day, or my parents supporting me and helping me out through things. But I never had it hard enough. I never had a strong enough why. I never had enough of that negativity driving force in my life until I started trying things. And it's that point, it's when you start trying to do something, and the people all around you that haven't been able to succeed in life, that haven't had any successes, that just plain fucking gave up on their dreams and their passion and everything that they desired in life, that start to try and knock you down and chip you down. And it was a year and a half ago. That was the lowest point of my life. And it's crazy to me that it took me that long. Like, I'm 29 now, so I was 27, and it took me 27 years, and let's say like of my adult life, it took me about 9 years to just be going downhill long enough to get to that point where enough was enough. And I got this email, and I opened up that email, and it created something inside me, a strong enough why. And that was right around the time that my sister, who is one of my closest friends, said that stuff to me. And it took me to a different place. And I couldn't believe that was being said to me by her. And it created that strong enough why inside me. And you guys, all of you are on here, all 20 of you are on here right now. And it creates this strong enough why that you drive forward. So I had one of my best friends say the stuff that I can't even repeat. It was so awful to me. And like, while she was living in my house, like, she had just gotten a divorce. I let her move across the country. Like, her dreams had been crushed. Like, she said she wanted to get married one time and would never do it again. It was the wrong guy. And she was with him for 6 years. And then she moves back across the country from Philadelphia to Las Vegas. And she's here, and she has nothing. Like, she comes back with no job, and I let her move into my home. And from the very beginning, it was just negativity. And it was driving me down. And then finally I had that moment, that light bulb goes off, and I'm going to start doing something about it. And I did. And that's right when that happens, right when she said those things to me. And several months later, she was out and she was living somewhere else. And then I started having success when I entered into Dagan's system this year and a half ago. And it just, everything aligned, and all the negativity, which grew and grew and grew, started coming in full force. And I shut myself off to the world, and I let that fuel the fire, and I just kept on going forward. And when you apply yourself doing the right actions, everything seems to work out, even if it's hard at first. We have this thing, all of us, we have this like little screw loose inside of us that make us want to be entrepreneurs, that make us want to risk everything or take calculated risks. But, calculated risks, albeit it's big, small, it doesn't matter what it is, but we are taking a risk because we want to go to work for ourselves. We're putting our own money on the line. We're putting our own time on the line. We're putting our sanity on the line. And all we do is sit here in front of this computer and try and figure out how to make it work. And some of us have more success than others. Some of us are in the right place at the right time. You guys absolutely are in the right place at the right time. And you're in a system that can really propel you forward if you do two simple things. You show up, you take consistent action and persistent action, not only in the time that you spend in front of the computer, whether it's an hour a day or 2 hours a day, but you stay here and you keep on doing that. And the other part of the consistency and the persistency is on your ad spend. You have a brick and mortar business, and all they have to do is flick on the neon open sign and let it start flickering and unlock their door and open it up. And, we're open for business. That's enough advertising. You can stand in front of the store and like wear a chicken suit and spin one of those signs. But online, the only way people are going to know about you is if you spend money on advertisement. Of course, you can do free advertising. I'm not saying free advertising doesn't work, but it is not scalable. It is only time scalable. And this paid advertising, you need to have this base amount. So consistency and persistency, and you just grow and you build that. And as you love it and you become more of an expert and it takes over your full-time job that you're working right now and you're a full-time stay-at-home entrepreneur, then you're good. And the second part of that is listening to Misha, listening to your coach. Just do exactly what the people that have already done it are telling you to do. And then you're not going to be stuck and struggling and spinning your wheels and having issues like I've been talking about. You're not going to be trying to figure out what the hell to do for 10 years like I was. Instead of, I didn't trust Dagan at first. And, I started following him. I got onto his email list and I kept on following the guy because I liked what he had to say. But, my excuse that I made up, which was bullshit, was that I didn't trust him enough. And, that's obviously not true. And if I had taken action when I first got on his email list when I was 19, then I would probably be a lot further ahead than I am now. But everything happens for a reason. I'm not kicking myself in the ass. I don't have any regrets about that. It happens the way it happens, and that's all there is to it. So here now, you take all that negativity in your life, you take everything that you think is holding you back right now, and you use that as fuel to your fire. Unless someone is physically holding you down, unless someone's taking away your laptop, unless someone's cutting off the internet and taking away the keys to your car, and you have absolutely no way to get online and no way to do anything to promote your business, to push your business forward into the future, then you have no excuses. Only the excuses that you make for yourself. So stop making excuses, start taking action the way that you're supposed to. Don't try and reinvent the wheel. Just do exactly what Misha tells you to in the boot camp, do exactly what me or one of your other coaches tells you to do in the boot camp. Get inside the groups, start mingling with people, start talking to people, start using that as more fuel, more positivity. I'm not saying that positivity doesn't help, but like the negative fuels me especially. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. So it's been a long time that I'm chatting about this. If you guys are getting any kind of value, please like, comment, share. Let me know your thoughts on this. I see that we have quite a few comments inside the Zoom chat. And scroll over here. The comments are not refreshing inside here, but let's see. Okay, all right, they are. There we go. Just refreshed. All right, awesome. Cool, I'm glad you guys are getting some value. Just wanted to make sure that I'm not talking to a wall here. So you guys, that is basically it. I don't need to drag that on any longer than I already have. Awesome, David, awesome. I'm glad that you can. Let me take a sip of water really quick. Just looking at all these comments on here. Awesome, guys. I'm really glad that you're getting a lot of value. Please chime in and let me know what you think. Let me know if you did get a lot of value. If you did, please like, comment, share. Give me those little hearts floating across the screen. I love hearts. They fill up my blackened heart. But you guys, that is it. That is my only nugget for success. Like I do the fundamentals, and the mindset is the biggest thing, right? It's like if you can't picture yourself doing it, if you're not doing it, then it's not going to happen. So you need to have a serious mental shift and just find a way to take massive, consistent action every single day. Like your why has to be strong enough. And the biggest reason why that I can see with all of you is you want this change of lifestyle. Like it may be a little selfish, it may be a little greedy, but we want this change of lifestyle. Like we want more money so we can do the things that we want. And ultimately, we're human beings and we're good in the core. And I'm sure a lot of that goodness propagates out to the people that we know, and we want to help people, but you can't help people unless you help yourself first, right? So that's it. I'm done with this live. You guys, be sure to tune in tomorrow, same time, same place, same pretty face. And we're going to have Karen Richardson on the line tomorrow. She has some really good stuff to share. She already told me the title of what she wants to talk about. I'm going to save that for tomorrow. But you guys, make sure you tune in because it is something that you absolutely do not want to miss. So that's noon Eastern time, -5 GMT for all you international folks. And I will be back seeing you tomorrow. Cheers, guys.